Hola.
And we're live. Okay, welcome everyone to. Oh, are we live? we're live. Okay,
There we
great.
go.
Perfect. All right. Well, welcome everyone to Welcome Home Collective's first no strings attached Q&A. We wanted to create a place where people can come all and ask all of their real estate questions with no strings attached. We understand that sometimes people don't want to reach out because they don't want to be hassled.
Yep. And they don't want to be followed up on. They don't want to be annoyed.
They don't want to run the risk of us, calling them, texting them, emailing them. So we'll only do those things if you want us to. But also, you can use this space here to get your questions answered.
And honestly.
Really? We're just here to give the honest truth, y'all, okay? Nothing more.
For future ones,
nothing less.
Submit your questions on our website. Mm-hmm. And otherwise, text us, email us, message us on Instagram, Facebook.
As Kim Possible would say, call me, beat me if you want to reach me, okay? I don't have a beeper, though, so you can't do that.
Oh, I kind of wish we were in the beeper days.
Do they still make beepers?
Probably not. But that'd be cool. You check the beeper. But
I feel like this would be the time to bring the beeper back because I feel like the early 2000s are back. And was the beeper more late 90s?
Late 90s, yeah. Oh, well. All right, first question of the night.
Do we have any live viewers? No, it's just us, Tyler.
Oh, well.
Perfect. Love it.
In this market, why would I need a real estate agent to sell my home? That is actually a fantastic question, which we get quite a bit.
We get that a lot.
And especially in this crazy market where it is a seller's market, why would sellers need a real estate agent to sell their home?
100%.
Want to go?
So for me, when I think about it, the first thing that comes to my mind is that we negotiate on your behalf. So you obviously can list your home yourself. You can do all those things, but most likely people are going to be working with a buyer agent when they go to submit an offer on your home. And I would want a realtor to be able to deal with another realtor and negotiate on my behalf instead of me having to do that
if
myself.
Someone else has representation that's working on behalf of them, who's helping them draft a strong offer, it's in your best interest as a seller to then have representation on your side to understand the offers, especially in this crazy market that you think is a seller's market, which it is. You're likely going to get multiple competing offers, and it's going to be much easier to have. That's my dog barking. Sorry. It's going to be much easier to go through those offers with someone else on your side who sees these offers day in, day out.
For sure, so before I became a realtor, I would have thought, you want to go for the one that's the highest, right?
Yep.
Every time.
Highest price.
You just want to take the highest price, right? Nay. Not always the case, everyone, okay? There's financing to look for. There's contingent. Oh, you want to be the star to show? There's different contingencies you want to look for. There's a lot of different factors that are more so than just highest and best price.
Highest and best price. There's a lot of things that go inside of an offer that can help mitigate your risk as a seller. And yes, you want the most amount of money, but what if...
You also want the least amount of stress.
Least amount of stress, least amount of contingencies, and what if you had someone working on your behalf to help get you those lack of contingencies or to help negotiate to that to get you to the point where you might be in a better off situation. So,
exactly.
Always hire a real estate agent. And we know the market the best. Yes, Zillow can tell you their estimates, the Zestimate, the Realtors.coms, Redfins. They're going to blast you with what your house is worth, but ultimately real estate agents know what is the true accurate value of your home, because we know the emotions of a buyer in this market. We know how many buyers are coming in to look at homes, and so we can price your house accordingly.
100%. I often see some for sale by owners that seem to sit there for a long time in a market that looks like this, and then as soon as I see a realtor sign go up, there is, we work for it, okay? We really put in the work, so I think we're worth it.
Absolutely.
Hey, Tyler, you want to explain what's going on behind us?
Yeah, this is a pretty crazy wall we got behind us. So in previous videos or pictures, you've seen a nice, beautiful wood wall, which is still wood, but I'm now painting it the same color as
Monochrome, baby.
Yeah, so it's going to be eventually green,
gonna
but
be
I need
lit.
to prime it first before actually painting it green. So that's why
I'm
you see it
excited.
kind of the way it is.
I can't wait. Is this green?
Yeah, it's green.
Or is it blue-green?
No, it's definitely green.
It's all the way green? Are we sure? Okay, sure.
Unless you're colorblind.
Jury might be out because I literally have always called this room blue. So we'll see. I feel like this is one of those that dress situation. Remember that like blue dress and that
the
white
dress.
whatever dress. So who knows? You tell us. You think this wall is blue or green? Okay. Let's see.
Next one.
Yeah. Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna ask this one to Tyler. Numbers man. What are closing costs exactly?
It's a fantastic question, and it's confusing for a lot of people out there, and they combine a lot of things or don't understand what exactly closing costs are. And closing costs are really broken up into two things. One, you have your prepaids, which I'll get to, and then you also have the lender fees and the title fees. So really can say three things, but I'll group the fees together and the prepaids together. So the prepaids, you're going to be prepaying your property home insurance for 1 year upfront at time of closing. You will be prepaying any sort of daily interest charges that you will pay from the closing day through the end of the month you're closing in. You're going to prepay that to the bank because they want to collect all of their interest upfront. Because your mortgage payment is delayed, so they want part of that interest up front to close on the loan. And what other prepaids are you gonna? Homeowners insurance.
Homeowners insurance.
Daily interest.
Your earnest money goes towards closing costs.
Closing costs, yep. But I might be missing a couple other prepaids, but those are the major ones. So that's prepaids just is a general term of what you prepay at time of closing. And then the fees are included. And you got the lender fees, you got the origination fee, so what you pay the lender to process your loan. You're going to have credit checks. You're going to...
The appraisal.
The appraisal is a prepaid. So there we go, I was missing one. The prepaid, you will pay the appraisal of your home before you close on the home, and that is forced by the lender to make sure the value of your home is what you're buying it for. So that is considered a prepaid. The fees, credit checks, loan origination, you got recording of the deed with the city. And then you have some other flood
insurance. Did you say
insurance.
transfer a title already?
Getting there.
Oh, sorry.
Recording the deed, so that's the city recording it, or the title company recording the deed with the city, so it's now in your name and not the previous owner's name. You have some flood insurance checks to make sure you're not in a flood zone, and then a couple other random small fees just from the lender processing the loan. And then on the title end, you're going to have work for the title company to make sure there's no liens on your property. And you will have some other recording fees through the title company as well. The majority of the title costs are actually paid by the seller, but the buyer does pay a smaller portion of that. Altogether, quick summary, you'll pay prepaids, lender fees, title fees on top of what you will bring to the table as a closing, as a down payment for closing. So if you had $20,000 towards your home purchase, for an average purchase, you could estimate right around $5,000 towards your closing costs. That would remain $15,000 as a down payment. Another prepaid, property taxes. Forgot about that.
There we go.
You'll prepay property taxes into your escrow account at time of closing, roughly 3 months worth.
And okay, Tyler, so how will I know what's expected of me to bring to closing? Am I just going to have to bring a blank check and write it there?
No, there is a closing disclosure that is provided to you roughly 48 hours before you close that outlines all your fees, all the seller's fees, all the buyer's fees, any credits or adjustments, and then at the bottom it'll be the total cash to close, which will then be your total amount that you need to bring to closing, and that is done via a cashier's check or wire transfer.
There you go. Whew. Okay, I see that there's been one comment, and I wonder if we were to click on this comment, was there a question in there? Nope, literally don't know how to click on it. Green.
There you go, green. Becky Thompson said green.
It's green. here? I thought we were friends, Becky.
I don't know, Becky. I don't know what this green message
She's
is.
saying the walls are green.
Oh, it's
because
green.
I asked if it's green.
Yes, it's green. Yes.
Oh my god. Now I'm like doubting myself entirely. Is it not a blue green though? Can you give that to me?
In the upper corner, it's a little blue green, but normal.
And like in different shadows.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
All right. Next question.
Okay.
I haven't saved enough for a 20% down payment. Can I still buy?
Of course you can. Yeah. 20% is, I think, what we were raised thinking we absolutely needed to have to invest in a home. But there are many loan options that allow for you to put significantly less than 20% down. So you have your FHA loans, you have your WIDA loans, and those require somewhere between 3.5% to 5% down.
Roughly.
Roughly. So no, you absolutely do not need 20% down.
And if you get in touch with the right lender, there are conventional loans that allow you to put as minimum as 5% down, and then yes, private mortgage insurance, or what we know as PMI, comes into a play. However, that's not always a bad thing.
No.
To pay PMI, because it saves you upfront cash, which then you can invest in your home with renovations, updates, furniture.
Exactly. It is not necessary to get into your home and have no money left in savings. Do not do that to yourselves. You don't have to do it. And it's much better to have a little PMI than to be in your home and not be able to furnish it. Or maybe do an update that you're wanting to do that's going to add value to your home right away.
And then once you do get to 20% loan to value, the PMI will drop off, so you will have a reduction in your overall. Yeah, you won't be able to doing it forever. So, yes,
it'll be okay, and you can do
there
it
are
for less than 20%.
Multiple ways you can buy a home, and we can't say enough. Get in touch with a good lender, and we can definitely help you do that.
We obviously have connections, y'all. Okay, I'll say it.
You read it?
Yeah, I'll say it. Should I wait to buy until prices go down?
Should I?
No! My answer is no. So I've been hearing this a lot, and I think everyone's been hearing this a lot. And the thing, obviously, Tyler and I, we are in the business of real estate, not in reading crystal balls. But the trends and everything have shown in the Madison market, specifically Dane County, that they are consistently rising.
Yep.
Not doing the opposite. I know there were a few people that had the mindset last year of waiting until this year. And now, what was the stat you told me? You were up 10% from
10% year over year, yep, in the Midwest. And this area is no different than the generalized Midwest. We're up, 10, upwards of sometimes 15% in some areas of Madison.
Right.
So if you thought that, I'm going to wait until prices go down next year, which will be this year, well, you've now just lost 10% on your money.
Of your buying power.
So,
and the reason that we feel so confident about this is just to think about all of the different types of places that are in Madison. So we have big businesses, we have Exact Sciences, we have Epic, we have places like Omega, we have UW Health.
American Family.
We have so many people that are moving here and not leaving here, which is why it's such a seller's market, because no one's selling, everyone's coming here.
Yep.
So that only goes to show that it's only going to continue rising and not the other way.
Yep. So it's helping support the home values here in Madison.
100%.
So now is just as good a time to buy as it is in 6 months, in a year, in my opinion. Get in, as long as you're going to be there for an extended period of time, you'll be fine, in our opinion. So
yeah. And I know some people are thinking like, okay, well, I have a house that I'm in right now, and I've been thinking about maybe, getting my forever home, doing something like that. And our suggestion would be to absolutely sell now and go for that dream home now, because like we're saying, your buying power now is going to be worth more than it is a year from now, 2 years from now. So it might take some finagling to figure out, where you're going to live in the meantime, or closing times, things like that too. But that's why you work with a realtor, because we help you figure out all those things and help you coordinate it, and take the stress off your plate, and get you the dream house that you want.
that is right. That's it for our questions.
That's all the questions we had for each other.
Please submit your questions.
Please don't make us do this to ourselves again. We
We're
thrive
truthful
on
and
the
we
people.
say no strings attached. We honestly just want to help you out. We will not hound you.
Only if you
Afterwards.
want us to hound you.
Only,
If you
only you want us to come
follow
track
up,
you
we
down
will.
to get us to work with you. But we don't. We honestly truly want
We want to help the
all the
people.
best. So give us your questions, and we will be doing this on a consistent basis, and sometimes maybe as a happy hour.
Oh.
Yeah, no strings attached happy hour. So
We're really liking
People-
the idea of swiping right on your realtor, finding the perfect match. So we've been toying with the idea of having a happy hour where you can come and ask your questions and
have a beer on
match
us.
with your realtor. Have a beer on the Welcome Home Collective. Doesn't that sound like also if you don't drink beer, you don't have to have beer, but you get it. Have a drink on us. Have a Shirley Temple on us.
Or wine.
Or a wine, or a spritzer, or who cares? A root beer. So, but send us your questions because we don't want to have to do this where we only talk to each other about the questions.
We love interaction.
We want to
So-
interact with y'all. So we hope you have a great Thursday night. For whoever joined us, thank you so much.
And we'll see you next time.
And Becky, the walls are blue. That's it. So, okay.
See you guys.
Bye, folks.
There we go.
Woohoo!
That was good.
That
16
was
minutes.
good.
Information.
Love it.
More content that we can throw out there.
We love content. Oh, we're still recording on here.